What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the okJLUV channel. Today, we are talking about the Frosted Caribou Twitter drama. I know what you're saying, JLUV, how far you've fallen. Twitter drama, really? They're snowflakes. They're always being dramatic about something. They're just gonna forget about it in a few days anyway. Shut up, okay? Shut your mouth. Because while you may be a little bit right, while we may forget about this in a day or two or three, it won't actually go away. It'll just hide. And then it'll linger and it'll fester and it'll mutate until something ignites it again and it'll rear its ugly head and it'll be 10 times uglier than it was before. And that's what happened yesterday when Frosted Caribou tweeted out this picture of her Champions Festival staff promo. She received this for working as staff as part of the 2022 Pokemon World Championships. She was a caster for the TCG. She casted 4 days straight alongside Joe Bernard, Adam Watson, Ethan Heggie, Ross Gilbert, and who am I forgetting? Kyle Sugovich. So that's a massive crew there and a huge achievement from Caribou to become a caster for one of the biggest or the biggest Pokemon card tournament in the world. This wasn't the first time she casted, that was NAIC, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But this is fantastic. This is a huge achievement. Congratulations, Boo, again. You received this staff card, and very rightfully so. You wanted to share it with your audience, and I don't blame you. Get those likes, get that clout, get that momentum. I respect the hustle. It's all good. And you did, you got your likes. But more than that, you know, this is a sentimental card. It's a symbol of her achievement, and it's a card that represents her hard work over the years. So I would share this too. I'd be sharing this everywhere. Now, ordinarily, people would just like this, leave a comment, fantastic, awesome, congrats, and move on with their day. But unfortunately, someone had to make a big bozo of themselves. Ahmed Chakar, I'm not gonna hide your name. You made this comment, you gotta own it, bro. Said, put it in a sleeve so you don't damage the card. Now, first pass, harmless comment. I didn't think anything of that. And Caribou responded and she said, or you could stop telling other people what to do with their own cards. Just an idea. I actually saw that response, and I'll be honest with you, my first take on that was unnecessary. You know, dude was just saying put it in a sleeve. Like, why did you have to clap him like that? And everybody sees it, like you whacked him pretty hard. That was my first honest reaction to that, okay? Ahmed's response, he had 2 ways to go about it, and he picked the worst one. He left the dog emoji. This was one of those things that I was like, at first I'm like, no way. That doesn't mean what I think it does, but it does. He basically called her a bitch, which is just not how you respond to that. Option 1, hey, I get it. It's your card. Do what you want. My bad. Have a good day. Or option 2, shut up, bitch. Like, what were you thinking, Ahmed? It was just bad. So Caribou screenshot, tweeted and said, I guess I've now interacted with the first Unite player that I found not to be a chill person. Bummer. Hiding behind a dog emoji doesn't make this any less transparent, by the way. And again, I saw this and I was like, whoa, maybe not cool, Caribou, because Caribou's got 17,000 followers on Twitter. And whether you like it or not, when you've got a big following and a big audience, you inadvertently mobilize your community one way or the other. In this instance, against this guy. So I was like, he just said to put it in a sleeve. Like, damn, this is gonna blow up. That's not a good look. And then I was like, why did she make that response? Why was that her response? Why didn't she ignore it? The same way Ahmed could have ignored her initial image. Why didn't she just let it go? And then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I've never gotten a comment like that. I've never gotten a comment like Ahmed has left. Put in a sleeve so you don't damage a card. Ever. I gotta look at my Instagram page. I've never gotten a comment like that on any of my posts. And I post pictures of cards raw, sitting on plastic stands in exactly the same way Caribou did every day. And some of this whole page here, these 9 cards here is worth more than her staff promo. Not a flex, Caribou. It just is. But I've never gotten a comment like that. I just get likes, 2,000 likes, nearly 1,000 likes, 1,600 likes. Like all these pictures just get likes on likes and likes. And Caribou does it and put in a sleeve. Opossum Bud, huge Instagram creator, massive, right? He's got a YouTube account as well. Go and follow his YouTube channel too, please. Opossum Bud, you'll find it. Hilarious, awesome dude. Same thing. He just posts the same pictures that I do. This one's worth $1,000 US. He took it out of the sleeve. Dude, what were you thinking? But nothing but, hey, I get it. I love this one. Raw, fire, I get it. She can get too far. Again, it's just a symptom of too far, people. But he doesn't get the, hey, put that back in a sleeve, dude. Why? Well, it's because he's a dude. And I'm just gonna call a spade. He's a dude. So why the need to leave a comment like that, Ahmed? And why the response? It's because if you get that every single day, if you're getting someone leave just a dumb comment like that, an unnecessary comment on something you're trying to celebrate and be happy about, it puts a damper on your parade. She's trying to be happy about something. You're taking a dump on it. It's not necessary. But if you get that every day, eventually it's like someone punching you in the ribs over and over and over again. You're going to get annoyed about it and you're going to snap. And so she did. And so I get it. I didn't see that at first. And I'm ashamed I didn't see that at first because I'm not in her position. It took me taking a step back and looking at it through her eyes to say, this is why she reacted the way she did. And it was totally valid because she sees it all the time. And she does. If you go and look at any of her YouTube comments that people leave on her videos, or on Twitter, Instagram as well, it's just gross, right? And what it does is eventually it pushes people out of the community and it makes them stop posting because they're posed with two options. One, you say nothing and you bottle it up. But if you bottle it up, eventually you're going to mentally snap. You're going to snap outside in your personal life, right? Or you're going to snap online and it's not going to be a good look. Now, I think she handled it well. But the other option then, or the other path that you might take is you leave, right? And you leave the community. And that is just crap. No one wants to see people leave the community because it doesn't feel welcoming. Community, the word gets thrown around a lot. And I always think it's kind of cringe the way people say, oh, the community, but they don't actually represent it. And I have been guilty of that because by not speaking up about things that are happening like this, I'm letting down the community because there is a pretty strong community there. Crystal Collects, huge trader here on Instagram. She's got a YouTube channel too. Go and subscribe to her. But she stopped posting pictures the way that she used to. And she took down a lot of her old ones, which I was a little disappointed about because she has a lot of cards. She's got a lot of Rayquaza here now, which is cool. But I've seen and known Crystal for 2 odd years now, right? And I used to see the comments she'd get. I used to see the things that people would do. At one point, she was getting stalked. It's just, people feel like they can do it because no one talks about it, right? And I'm not going to act like I'm the dude that said, hey, let's talk about it because I'm not. It took someone like Wasi, PTCG Radio, to say, this is the kind of stuff women in the community put up with daily. I never get these comments. I put posts of unsleeved cards up. I never get these comments. We can excuse it or we try and stop it and we get rid of it. I don't want to see my friends because now I'm impacted by it. Kim, Pokemon Breaks here on Instagram. She's got a YouTube channel too. I knew Kim before she was making content, right? She was a member of my community before she was making content the way she does now. And she's thriving. She is succeeding. I don't want to see people like Kim leave the community because she doesn't feel welcome, because she's seeing people like Caribou at such a high level, right? Someone who's basically at the top as a caster still getting criticized, still not getting the respect. At some point, you just got to put a little bit of respect on someone's name. Whether you like Frosted Caribou or not, it doesn't matter. Be respectful. You don't have to be a jerk about it, because if you are, eventually you're going to push people out and it's going to be this cringe echo chamber. You know, I got friends like Strawberry Pie here, Digimon collector, and I know Digimon's not as cool, but hey, she did the same thing. Oh, disgusting. Strawberry putting these cards on plastic stands out of their sleeve. What were you thinking? I don't want to see people like Strawberry. I'm joking, by the way. I want to see people like Strawberry stop uploading videos because, you know, like this, that I highly encourage enjoying and celebrating your collection, because when you do it, if someone at the highest level can get criticized for doing it and dragged down, well, then it's probably going to happen to someone at a lower level too. No disrespect to you, Strawberry, but we're both just like grinding out here. It's enough to make people stop posting. Now, there's two sides to it, because, you know, another dude got involved and was basically kind of caping for Ahmed, and the point that they were just trying to help, they're just trying to assist, right? People are defending her as if she's being attacked. Cosmo, dude, I hope you're watching this. She is. You guys are making this a bigger situation than it needed to be, because you're not recognizing how your comment inadvertently makes people feel unwelcome and is not necessary. Caribou knows how to handle her cards. She's been doing this for years. She's a caster. As both a player and a collector, I think she's perfectly capable of looking after her collection. And putting a card on a stand like that out of a sleeve doesn't wreck it, unless she's like grinding it, unless she dropped it, in which case, whatever, dude. If you're as hardcore of a collector as you say you are, you'd be happy about that, because that meant one less staff promo that was a perfect 10, which meant the pool of perfect 10s reduces, which means a perfect 10 of this card is worth more. So as a collector, this is a fantastic thing for you. They're actually getting more valuable, and you got yours for 400 USD. So you'll be winning. Now, all jokes aside, it did escalate, you know, but it's just, you can't make this point, oh, the stuff women have to put up with isn't awful, so it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing. But holy hell, they should not have lashed out at this guy for simply trying to help. He wouldn't have insulted her otherwise, I'd imagine. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, but you could stop telling other people what to do with their own cards. Just an idea is not an insult. It looks like lashing out. I get that. I can see that. It looks like lashing out because you can't see it from that lens. But if you look at it from that lens, take a step back, you will see how it's not lashing out. It's a natural response to people criticizing you for years. Now, the rest of her responses to this were not mean or cruel. I don't think they were. You're gonna call me a simp. You're gonna say I'm caping. I am a simp, not for this reason. Basically, it comes down to this. Me, after ignoring hundreds of mansplain comments for months, but then finally snapping on one and standing up for myself. And it's like we said, you keep harassing someone, you keep just grinding away. As harmless as telling someone to sleeve it is, you keep seeing comments like that, eventually you're gonna crack it. And then it escalates further because Cosmo, you had 24 hours of this. Dude tweeted this morning at Pokemon trying to get her fired. This doesn't help anything, man. It makes this worse. Is this someone you want representing your brand? No, like stop, take a deep breath, turn off the computer, log off, go outside. This whole thing could have been avoided and it would have been a fantastic learning moment for everybody if you just said, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I didn't need to tell you how to do your job. My bad. All good. And then people would have moved on and other people would have seen this and been like, that's how you handle it. Thumbs up. Fortunately, you didn't. And then we saw this because people mobilize, and this is the other bad side of it that I hate. But basically, people then attacked Cosmo, which I'm not advocating for. I'm not supporting, and this is a terrible thing. Do not go and do this to this guy. Doesn't deserve it. Needs to be criticized, but not insulted and brought down in this way because it doesn't help. And then what it does is it changes the narrative and it muddies it because the core narrative here is women don't need to be explained. They don't need to have how to handle their cards explained to them. They can just partake in the hobby and they don't need to get these crappy comments that no other creator, no other collector that's mainly a dude has to deal with, right? Anybody, no matter who you are, gender aside, no one, race, whatever. You don't need this. It's not necessary. But when this happens, it tries to flip the script. I'm not for it. I get how bad it is when big creators can potentially mobilize their audience in a negative way, but I don't think that's what Caribou was doing. She wasn't trying to crush you. No offense, you're a small account, not a threat to anybody. So she's not trying to crush you before you even got started. She's trying to point out. Unfortunately, you just got made an example out of. But by not backing down and learning from it, it has escalated to this point. Now, I don't want to see people leave the community, or I don't want to see terrible things happen like that happened with Etika, because that was horrible. And thinking about that makes me angry and upset because cancel culture, it can't be used as a get out. You can't say cancel culture is bad as a get out for criticizing people and trying to educate people to change. Because without the criticism, if we just accept things and stand by and don't make comments like this and don't make videos like this and talk about it, it'll just happen again. And who's to say it's not the reverse? If Caribou has to keep wearing it, then you know what I mean? I don't want to infer anything, but it can just go both ways. Caribou doesn't need to bear the brunt of this for years. She doesn't need to be on the receiving end of this crap for years. And let me tell you, okay, out of any creator that's in the Pokemon space, nobody cops it worse than Frosted Caribou. She just cops it way worse than anybody else. And she bites her tongue and she gets on with it. I respect that. I'm going to point you to a video that I wish I'd spoken about when it happened, but I didn't. And now I'm using it as an opportunity to say this sucked, right? Rattle Pokemon, okay? You might be familiar with this dude's channel. He was the guy that uncovered that whole Logan Paul fake G.I. Joe break thing before it happened. And he did the investigative work. And I regret and I hate that I mentioned this guy in one or two of my videos because the dude sucks. This is everything that's wrong with YouTube. I hate creators like this with a passion because they have no skill of their own. They literally ride the success or failure of another creator to make their content. This guy makes videos like non-stop every single day, right? He's constantly putting up videos of whatever, like just every day, like opening up a pack, a DTB. Like there's just, in 3 days, there's been 12 videos and he just spams it. But the only ones that hit are the ones that criticize other people or are dramatic. And I hate these drama creators, right? And this is what this video is. When Boo casted NAIC, the guy made this video after. This was her first ever worldwide streamed tournament on the professional stage. And this guy makes this video.
First off, I'd like to congratulate Frosted Caribou for getting the chance to host the North American International Championships. It seems she's come a long way from not being able to name the Tapu Lele on the side of her Elite Trainer box. What's this say? She doesn't seem to know the difference between Mew and Mewtwo? Can't be serious. She called Mewtwo V-Union Mew V-Union? Surely that was just like a one-time slip-up. I guess we have the footage ready from day one.
Because as we could see from that control match earlier, that Mies is playing now. The Mew V-Union, I think it was every single piece of the Mew. First way we saw it played was with that Mew V-Union taking out, potentially seeing the Mew. I always say me.
So you don't understand what's going on. He's making fun of the fact that she was calling Mewtwo V-Union Mew V-Union. That's literally it. A pretty, innocent mistake, and one I can understand considering Mew VMAX is one of the most meta decks out there. So it's easy to get confused between Mew and Mewtwo, especially on the first day of you ever casting as a professional streamed worldwide. Everyone's watching caster. Rattle, for someone who's criticizing her for making a mistake live on a broadcast, it's quite interesting because you have this insane ability to turn 10 minutes of content into an hour of content because you drag out every little bit as slowly as you can. And you can stop and edit your videos at any time. So if you're gonna get up here and criticize her for being a poor public speaker, because that's what you're doing a terrible job at it as someone who can stop and start at any time.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But maybe she just had a bad day one. Surely someone told her and she stopped calling Mewtwo Mew for the second broadcast. She didn't. Oh, okay. And even with Trainer Chip putting a huge emphasis on the fact that it's Mewtwo, he's also eager to correct him during the broadcast.
And the answer has always been that control stall Mew V-Union deck.
Into top cut, Sander Wojcik from the Netherlands with his Mewtwo V-Union Miltank deck.
Yes.
I do believe playing Arceus V-Star with Duraludon, if I'm not mistaken, or not Duraludon, excuse me, Inteleon. Duraludon, Inteleon,
I was about to say, whoa, Chip.
Hey, Rattle, come on, dude. Chip, experienced caster. He's been doing this for ages. He's got a podcast with a pro player, Azul GG. Just made a mistake. Come on, man. Are you going to go in on him? Huh? Are you going to criticize Chip? Chip, I'm joking. I don't really care about this. Everyone makes mistakes. Are you going to go in on him too, Rattle? No, you're not, because why would you? It's just Caribou that you got to go after because you can't get her name out of your mouth. You've at any opportunity you can to bring her down or to take advantage of her name or to ride her success or her failure, you keep doing it. And here you are again, not even 2 months ago. And you'll probably do it again soon. I wouldn't be surprised if you make a video about this exact topic in one of your next episodes of this because you're a coward. But hey, it's okay because you were just joking. I'm sorry, man. I forgot. I skipped past the disclaimer.
Warning. If you are soft and or a soft PokeTuber who can't handle a joke, please look away. For real though, no hard feelings.
Yeah, it's just a joke, yeah.
Hopefully it's not the Carabooner. What the hell did you just say about our queen?
It's a joke for you because you're not on the receiving end of it. You don't see it every day. And it's, you make the video, you go to bed, you and your cronies in your group, you laugh about it and your life goes on. In fact, a whole bunch of comments down here just supporting it from other creators too, which is just, it sucks. Like it's savage and I love it. Best Pokemon content on YouTube. I think blah, blah, blah. Like it's just so ridiculous. This one here killed me. Deep Pocket Monster, 200,000 plus subscriber account, leaving a comment so good. Like, I'm not saying you were supporting it, Pat, but inadvertently by leaving that kind of comment, it looks bad. Like I would think you would just draw a line in the sand here too and be like, dude, you know what? Kind of cringe. It's all in good fun until someone gets hurt, until it goes too far and people leave the community and then it just gets a little bit less enjoyable for everybody. So, sorry, Rattle. Don't take any of this personally. I'm just joking. It's all in good fun. Hope you're not being a soft YouTuber. Anyway, that's what I think about this. There's not much more to say. Just be better people. We can all be better. We can all learn. See you later.